My name is Tahlia. I am a supply planner for Visy Glass.
Can you tell us how you got to where you are today?
I have a bachelor's in chemical engineering with honours. I really wanted to be a doctor growing up, but I'm too empathetic. So I wanted to be able to do something that would contribute to society still. In Year 10, I was invited to attend the Women in Engineering Expo at Adelaide University. When I heard about chemical engineering and the diverse applications, something just clicked for me when I heard about the sustainability piece. So this is our high-level process flow. So we start off with our raw material. We use up to 70% recycled glass, which was a really big thing for me when I was looking for a company for my career.
First time being in a glass manufacturing factory, or any factory of this size actually.
Cool.
So
I remember when I was in your shoes that was really exciting to me, so I hope you're excited to come out.
I'm excited.
If I hadn't have been exposed to chemical engineering through the Women in Engineering Expo, I wouldn't be where I am today.
No.
Early on in my career, I had the opportunity to be shift manager, and a couple of the team members had been within the factory longer than I had been alive. So I had a lot of moments where I thought, am I really ready for this? Am I going to be able to do it justice? And do I have the skills that I need to build rapport with this team and be able to lead them? I came to the realisation that the only way that I could lead them authentically is just to be me and really allow myself to be vulnerable, essentially.
But also let your passion shine through.
Completely.
And your enthusiasm.
It's really important that you have that support network to draw off of and mentors that you trust. You really can't underestimate how much you rely on those people as you're going through new opportunities, and it gives you the flexibility and comfort to be able to say yes to opportunities that might seem a bit daunting at the time.
And where do these poppers feed from?
So they feed from all of our cullet return systems.
This is so cool. Yeah, it is. Very, very cool place to work. I worried throughout my degree that because I didn't have fantastic grades that would be detrimental to my longer career prospect. I also failed one of my courses while I was at university, and I remember thinking, oh, that's it, that's the end of my chemical engineering career, which was not the case at all. Employers looked at that and saw that I really wanted to be a chemical engineer and that I had the determination to stick it out and see it through. Throughout my degree, I worked at Bunnings Warehouse part-time just to help give me those additional soft skills to then be able to apply that when I went into work experience out in the field. This is where we get to the cool stuff. I did about a year with SA Water, and then I did about a year with Electrolux, and it really allowed me to develop those project management skills and also the soft skills I needed to be a future leader, which was awesome. So when I joined Visy Glass, I had 6 months where I got to essentially cycle through all areas of manufacturing and be exposed.
On a rotation.
I was really fortunate that I had people within the factory that were really committed to fostering my growth. Then I had a health scare, which made me and my husband rethink where we wanted to go from a family perspective. So we'd always thought, because I have quite an accelerated career path, that we would hold off for a few years on having children and starting a family. But after that health scare, it really put things into perspective for us. But it also made me realise that my concerns about the impact to my career were completely unfounded in the 21st century. So after having my son Theodore, I came back to work at 7 months. I was also given keeping in touch days, which was awesome and a concept I wasn't familiar with. So whilst I was on maternity leave, I had 10 days that I could come back to work and just keep in touch essentially, which was fantastic. And then upon returning to work, I moved into the role that I'm in currently, so the hybrid role, which is looking after imports and exports and some of our key accounts. So it definitely didn't negatively impact my career path in any way, and I wouldn't change a single thing. It's another example of why the Making Her Mark project is so important, because there's examples of women and they're talking about their experiences of being pregnant in those fields. When I was applying to be a chemical engineer at uni, I remember driving to Bunnings one day and the view that you get coming down East Street is our factory. And I remember looking at it and thinking, wow, I'm hopefully going to work at one of these places one day, and the irony is that I did end up working at that exact place. So very cool.
Is there any key piece of advice that you'd give?
Always stay open to opportunities, but also in tune with that, Make sure that you're not fixated on a certain end goal. Try to stay flexible about where your path will take you and open to new avenues. I would have never thought that I would have gone through supply chain, and it's been really integral to my career so far.
How do you think you're making your mark?
So on my first day as a fully qualified engineer at my previous employer, as the first ever female engineer within that team, my now husband gifted me a glass necklace which had shattered glass in it to represent the barrier which historically existed in some professions. So ever since that day, I've been breaking that glass ceiling and encouraging others to do so as well.